Searching the Northwest to bring you the biggest variety in sports. Northwest Television Sports brings you the rejoicing of victory, the frustration of defeat, the drama of competition. This is Northwest Sports.
Glad you could join us on KWVT. John Piper, Zach Louis Tag. We're in Dallas tonight for Mid-Willamette Conference football. The Crescent Valley Raiders coming up the road to take on Dallas. And Zach, both these teams kind of struggling. The Dallas Dragons really looking for that first conference win. They've been shut out the last couple of weeks. They had a close ball game with Silverton last week, but the offense just could not get any points on the board. So they're going to want to get off to a good start here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Both these teams struggling thus far this season. Dragons coming in with a 1-5 record thus far, like you said, looking for their first league win. And Crescent Valley coming in with a 3-3 record, 1-3 in league.
And it's interesting, you look at the OSAA rankings, and Crescent Valley actually ranked ahead of several teams in the conference that they lost to. So I always scratch my head when I look at those rankings. They do kind of come out okay at the end of the season, but mid-season sometimes things are a little distorted, and Crescent Valley, I know, was not happy with their performance in the loss to West Albany last week, so they will kick it off here tonight. A lot of players injured for Crescent Valley, so we'll see how things go. Here's a kickoff. And a squib kick picked up. And Dallas is going to have good field position to start off this ball game.
Number 12, Mark Janiza with the kick for the Raiders. And 23 for the return for the Dragons, David Rabishki.
So first down, 10 to go. And the ball on the 35-yard line for the Dragons. Again, they lost last week to Silverton in a defensive battle. No offensive touchdown scored. Special teams, Silverton came up with 10 points, and that was it.
Yeah, the Dragons having a good defense thus far, just not being able to put points on the board.
And a pitch out around the right side, and that's going nowhere. A nice pursuit there by Crescent Valley.
Yeah, number 4, Jalen Smothers with the run for the Dragons.
So that's a loss of 2. And Coach Bill Massey talking with the newspaper, he was, even though they lost last week, he was very pleased with the improvement they showed. They've just got to get some points on the board. Second down, 12 to go. Steele back to pass. You got a man open, it's complete. And still on his feet, number 86 is Sam Garber.
Garber with a nice pickup. Bounced off a couple to would-be tacklers there and picked up a few yards after the catch.
So a nice play there by Dallas getting that first down. The ball moves up to the 42-yard line now in Crescent Valley territory. And again, we talked about the importance of a good start for Dallas here. When you're struggling, you need to get some confidence, and putting the ball in the end zone here would go a long ways towards that. Pitched out again to Smothers. Smothers carries around the left side this time, and looks like he's going to pick up about 4 yards there. And if Dallas can kind of mix things up here, Cody Steele has had some success passing the ball, and Garber looks like a nice receiver.
Yeah, Garber to the outside with a nice pickup there on their first passing attempt of the game.
Second down and 8, only a 2-yard gain on that play.
Steele with a man in motion.
Steele back the other way. He's got a man wide open, and the pass is incomplete. And boy, that's the kind of thing that Coach Massey has talked about, is you just have to convert when you have that kind of opportunity. Completely fooled the defense.
Yeah, had his running back out there, Jalen Smothers, number 4. Smothers dove for the ball, catchable pass though, and wasn't able to bring it in.
And with a better pass, that would have been 6 points.
Absolutely, no one within 5 yards of Smothers. Like you said, fooled the Crescent Valley defense. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long here.
3rd down and 8 to go for Dallas. Opening drive here. Coming around the right side, cutting back. And he's brought down. Number 9 with the carry is Josh Christensen. Nice tackle out there. I think that was number 12, Mark Janiza.
Yeah, and picked up about 5 yards, so it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, I guess
it's 4th down. The public address announcer had the wrong down, and Dallas is going to punt this away, and that's, I just don't quite get that. You're in Crescent Valley territory. Why not try for that 1st down?
And so it's number 2 back to kick for the Dragons. That's Josh Spencer.
And the ball is kicked out of bounds, so they did not gain a whole lot of yardage on that possession. And if I'm Dallas, I think I would have gone for that on 4th down. It's not really much yardage picked up on that punt.
Yeah, we've only seen one pass thus far, but it was a successful one. So Crescent Valley will take over now. Ball on the 29-yard line. Make it the 28.
And starting at quarterback tonight is Tanner Holland, a 6'2", 180-pound junior. And Chase Cochran, who also plays quarterback, is going to play receiver tonight. And the Dallas defense, we talked about that a little bit, Zach. Last week's game was Silverton. Coach Massey very pleased with the play of his defense.
Yeah, a little bit better than the matchup the week before, coming off I believe it was 49-0 loss.
And the Coach Massey after that ball game, very disappointed in the effort, and I think his message got through. The team played much better last week, and now another home game, a chance to get in the win column in conference play.
Yeah, 2 yards picked up there on that 1st down run.
Danny Grigsby around the right side, tries a stiff arm, and he's still on his feet, but Dallas with good tackling over there, getting a number of players over there.
Yeah, Grigsby is a great runner for the Raiders. We expect to see him a lot tonight. Coming into tonight's matchup with over 1,000 yards rushing this season thus far.
3rd down and 4 to go. 8 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. You're watching high school football on KWVT.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 now for the Raiders.
And Crescent Valley really struggled last week in the passing game, only 17 yards passing. Grigsby. And he's very close. Looks like he's got that 1st down.
And the quarterback's got to love having a back that he can hand it to on a 3rd down and 4 yards and have him run right up the middle and pick it up.
Danny Grigsby, 6 feet, 205-pound senior. And for Crescent Valley, it's really been a one-dimensional offense, but you got a back like that, you're going to do okay, but I'm sure they would like to see more success in the passing game.
Yeah, 3 straight runs to Grigsby, and they do pick up the 1st down. But you'd expect to see the defense creep up just a little bit, seeing 3 run plays straight, and like you said, you'd expect that pass game to open up a little bit.
Here's a pass, and the ball is dropped.
Good defense there by number 2 and number 9 for the Dragons.
Pass was intended for Chase Cochran, but the Dallas defenders did a nice job there, as you said.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody ran a wrong route there for Crescent Valley. There was 2 receivers right in the same area. The first one almost raised up his hands, brought him down. But the second receiver still couldn't bring it in, Chase Cochran.
Yeah, I don't think they were supposed to be in the same neighborhood. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line.
And the Dallas defense almost jumped.
Grigsby, and he slips before he's brought down, but the defense was there. I don't think he would have picked up much anyway. The initial hit made there by number 42, Matt Goodlett.
Yeah, Goodlett did a nice job of slowing Grigsby down in the backfield and lost his footing.
And that's one of the concerns here tonight. This field is a grass field. There's been a lot of rain, and it's a little bit mushy out there.
So we'll see the second 3rd down of this drive for Crescent Valley here. The last time it was 3rd and short, and they ran the ball right up the middle with Grigsby. But This being a 3rd and 12, they're probably going to air it out here.
Hand off to Grigsby, and Grigsby is going nowhere, and there's that swarming Dallas defense. And that is a great job by the Dragon defense and right in front of their coaching staff. And you can see the coaches down there applauding the effort of the Dragons on this play. And again, going back to Crescent Valley, when you don't have a passing game, you have a 3rd and 12 and you try to run it, your chance of success is not very big.
Yeah, we've only seen one pass thus far tonight from Crescent Valley, and so this will bring up a 4th down. It looks like number 2, I believe, back there to receive. Actually, it's number 7 back there for the Dragons.
Cade Fast back to receive. Here's the punt. And Fast should have a chance to return this one.
Makes the first man miss.
And Dallas will start at about the 33-yard line. And that first possession for Dallas, that one nice pass from Cody Steele to Garber. I'd like to see them go back to something like that again.
Yeah, both these teams, they run first offense, but the Dragons, like you said, one pass thus far, and it was a successful one to the outside to Garber. So let's see if we see that again from Steele on this drive.
Garber out to the right side. And Steele in the shotgun position for the Dallas Dragons. Handoff coming around the right side, cut back. And not much there.
Number 42 again for the Dragons, Matt Goodlett.
They give him credit for 4 yards on that play.
It's a nice first down run.
2nd down, 6 to go, 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go, no score. You're watching high school football on KWVT.
And Landon Hatton comes in for the Dragons, replacing Garber on the outside.
Steele back to pass, got a man, off the hands.
And there's a flag.
A late flag comes in, and unfortunately tonight we don't have a referee, Mike, but that one looked like pass interference.
Yeah, it almost looked like Hatton slowed down a little bit, didn't quite see where the ball was going, sped up real quick and almost got to it.
Well, he made a great effort out there, and that we think is going to be pass interference and will give Dallas a first down.
And it is. Yeah, nice job of Hatton getting up, extending for the ball there. And he got rewarded by the refs. So it'll be first down, ball just short of the 50-yard line, so it's on the 49 of the Dragons. And looks like we're having some problem with the chains on the sidelines.
Referees trying to sort that out. They're going to give Dallas a few more yards here. And it looks like that passing game may be something that Dallas will want to capitalize on. So far, Crescent Valley not defending it very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giving to the man in motion around the left side, number 5, Tim Smothers.
Smothers picking up some good yardage to the outside on the sweep.
And a gain of 6 yards on first down, so a good play for Dallas, and they had some success on that first drive, but kind of fizzled. Now an opportunity here to get some points on the board inside 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and still no score.
And the Dragons are doing a nice job of mixing up who gets the ball on the rushes so far. We've seen 3 different backs.
Straight ahead this time. And they're going to come up a little bit short. Number 51, Booker with the tackle.
Yeah, and that was number 8 with the carry. So again, another back for the Dragons. This time it's Kelton Chapman. And so Chapman picked up 3 yards. So we've really seen a mixture of backs thus far. Only the second drive of the game and already 4 different backs in the backfield for the Dragons.
3rd down, 1 to go for Dallas. Ball on the Crescent Valley 39-yard line. And a whistle blows, and maybe too much time. Let's see.
Oh, I think they called the timeout in there.
Called a timeout as the time was running down there. And our score is 0-0, 3:35 to go. We'll be back right after these messages. Third down and 1 to go for Dallas. Trying to get that first down. Looks like very close. Number 8 with the carry, Kelton Chapman.
And they did give him the first down.
So that second effort there, getting the first down, keeping this drive alive for Dallas. And you mentioned the number of guys that have handled the football here for Dallas. And that's going to pay off, I think, as this ball game progresses.
Yeah, ball carrying by majority. And seems to be a different philosophy for the Crescent Valley Raiders. Grigsby getting the majority of the carries thus far.
Straight ahead, big hole, and a saving tackle there by number 21, Brad Taylor.
Yeah, shoestring tackle. And like you said, probably a touchdown saving tackle. Keltman had a huge hole there.
2nd down, 3 to go. Inside 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score yet, but Dallas with a nice drive here on their second possession. Try that straight ahead again.
Yeah, having some success. Kelton Chapman again with the carry. So to bring up a 3rd down.
Mark Janiza in there on the tackle, their excellent kicker.
Looks like about another 3rd and 1.
And this Crescent Valley roster, not a whole lot of guys on the team to start with, and a number of injuries and illness. So a lot of these guys are going to have to play a lot of minutes tonight, and Dallas should be able to take advantage of that. 3rd and 1 here, 2 minutes to go. Steele back to pass, got a man, overthrows him, and
aired it out there on 3rd and short.
So now what does Dallas do here? Last time they punted it, but I think they're going to go for it on this play.
Yeah, a little bit deeper into Crescent Valley territory this time.
And for Dallas, this would be huge if they can sustain this drive here. We expected both teams to spend most of the time on the ground, and that has been the case here in the first quarter, although Cody Steele has shown that he can throw the ball. Steele up under center this time.
Chapman in the backfield again.
And the ball on the ground, looks like. A fumble.
And the Dragons turn the ball over.
And that's been the story for Dallas all year long. They've had some good drives, but then costly turnover. And here they had a 3rd and 1 on the 28-yard line and coughed it up.
Yeah, the defense having to do a lot of work for the Dragons thus far this year.
Now Crescent Valley with another opportunity. They really relied on Grigsby, and if they have to do that all night long, Dallas should be able to key on him and maybe slow him down a little bit. Pitch out to Grigsby around the right side. Plenty of Dallas orange shirts out there, and Grigsby nowhere to go. And when you're that running back and you see 5 or 6 guys waiting for you, you know, hey, this play's not working very well.
Yeah, nice swarm tackling out there. Grigsby, a tough runner, hard to bring down, but like you said, when there's 5 or 6 defenders out there, it's hard for him to break loose. And the Dragons doing a nice job thus far. Like you said, keying in on Grigsby. They know Crescent Valley doesn't air it out much. We've only seen one pass thus far. So Grigsby lost a yard there.
Second down, 11. A minute 9 to go here in the first quarter. No score, ball on the 28-yard line. Quick pass, complete. Breaking tackles. And we'll be a little bit short of that first down, but a completed pass out to number 43, Tanner Fees. And that's really what Crescent Valley needs to do. Try a few of those short passes, make a few completions, and keep the Dallas defense from keying so much on Grigsby. Third down and 7. So a gain of 4 on that last play. And offsides looked like number 9 for Dallas. Christensen was over the line of scrimmage.
So that should make it much more manageable. Third down and 2.
Christensen trying to time his rush there and just got too far over the line. And once you cross that line in high school, that's a penalty against your team. So instead of third down and 7 or 8 now, 3rd and 3.
And the ref's trying to get the clock to move. There it goes. Maybe the last play of the first quarter here.
Grigsby straight ahead. And he is not going to make it, I don't think. Although he kept those legs going.
Yeah, he's close. It's going to depend on the mark here, and he does look short. But I do not see the punt team coming on up, and that will be the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of one quarter, Crescent Valley nothing, Dallas nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. And we're back at Dallas now with a game going into the second quarter, Zach. And for the Dallas Dragons, they had a nice drive in their second possession. They coughed it up, and now they've got Crescent Valley. If they can get another stop here, maybe get the ball back again, they have to feel that they've shown that they can move the ball. They just need to cut down on the mistakes.
Yeah, and the Dragons defense really being relied on thus far in this game and the season. For that matter, a big fourth down here to start the second quarter. It'll be about a 4th down, and
looks like 4th and 2, as they had that penalty. The offside penalty was a 4th and 7. Now down to 4th and 2. And for Crescent Valley, it has been run. I think they've had one pass completion, only a couple of attempts. Now the Dallas defense needs to step up here, get that ball back. And a pass complete. Nicely done. The catch out to Mark Janiza.
And I don't know if that was a designed play or a nice read by the quarterback, but the defensive back playing way off the receiver. Only needed 2 yards there. Quarterback just flung it out there and picked it up.
And for Crescent Valley, that has to give them a little bit more confidence. As a nice throw by the quarterback, Tanner Holland. And as you say, the receiver wide open out there. Plenty of yardage for the first down. 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line now for Crescent Valley. Grigsby squirts through, but only picks up a few yards in. The Dallas Dragons have really been gang tackling tonight, and you said that defense has really been solid this year. They just have not been able to put anything together offensively.
Yeah, it's been tough thus far. Dragons really doing the majority of the work on the defensive side of the ball, and when you don't get help on the offensive side of the ball, you can only do so much.
And last week's loss to Silverton, 2 special teams situations were the only 10 points in that ballgame. No offensive score, so the defense did its job, just a few mistakes, and that was the ballgame.
Nice blitz there by the Dragons, but can't bring the quarterback down. That was number 9 for the Dragons. Great blitz there.
Josh Christensen came blasting through there but didn't wrap up, and it looked like the quarterback might escape, but his teammates on the Dragon defense made sure he didn't.
Yeah, it looked like one of those college power hits, just trying to knock him over, and unfortunately the quarterback was able to maintain his footing, but the Dragons were still, another example of that gang tackling. We're able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up a big 3rd down and 12.
Grigsby in the backfield behind Tanner Holland. Holland rolling out to his left. And the pass is complete for a 1st down and much more.
Wow, and a lot of missed tackles there.
And let's see if we can pick up who caught the ball out there.
Looks like number 86 for the Raiders. And we don't have an 86 on our, it may have been 88.
Might have been 88, Sam Kane, but it was a nice throw, and that's a difficult throw running to the left for Tanner Holland. And then, as you said, missed tackles and the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line. So it looked like the Dallas defense was going to get the ball back for the offense, but the big play by Crescent Valley, and just like that, they're 15 yards away from scoring.
Yeah, it was Kane on the reception there. Number 32 for the Dragons almost got there, Nick Job.
And another whistle, and it may be another offside against Dallas as they're getting into that neutral zone.
And
this time it goes against Crescent Valley.
Yeah, so that defender was drawn into that neutral zone, I guess, that time. And so that will push them back a little bit. It'll be 1st down and 15.
9 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. No score. You're watching high school football on KWVT. Grigsby slips and tries to go into the middle of that Dallas defense, and no go there.
Yeah, nice job of the defense, standing strong, only letting Grigsby pick up a couple yards right up the middle. And so it'll be 2nd down and 13. Clock continues to run. A lot of running plays thus far, so it'll be a fast-moving game.
2nd down, 13 to go. Inside 9 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. And Holland's going to keep it around the left side. And again, lots of orange shirts out there.
Yeah, you've got to wonder where the Crescent Valley offensive linemen are when they get out to the outside. Looked like that may have been a designed naked boot for the quarterback, but yeah.
There was no blocking out there by anybody for Crescent Valley.
Yeah, you only saw six orange jerseys out there for the Dragons. And that'll bring up another long 3rd down. Crescent Valley was able to pick up their last 3rd down on that nice pass play out there to number 88, Sam Kane. So Tanner Holland comes out in shotgun. Grigsby in the backfield, 2 receivers wide.
Holland with plenty of time, steps up. He's got plenty of space. Holland heading for the end zone.
And they mark him out at the 1.
But what a heady play by the quarterback, Tanner Holland, as a huge hole opened up as Dallas doing a pretty good job covering the receivers, but forgetting the quarterback could take off and run.
Holland taking it all the way down to the Dragons' 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal, 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal for the Raiders at the 1-yard line.
And Danny Grigsby behind Holland. And there's another penalty, and we'll have to see which way this one goes. But if it's against Crescent Valley, that obviously puts him back another 5 yards.
Yeah, Tanner Holland doing a nice job tonight going on that hard count.
And this is against Dallas, so it'll be half the distance to the goal line.
And they were already pretty close.
I don't think that Crescent Valley needs much more help here.
Yeah, one of the shortest penalties you're going to see. Picked him up a half a yard there.
And look for Grigsby to get the ball here. I don't think Crescent Valley is going to put it in the air, but a timeout for Crescent Valley as they want to think it over. No score yet, but Crescent Valley right on the Dallas goal line. We'll be back right after these messages. Crescent Valley inside the 1 yard line now as they put together a nice drive here with 7 minutes 44 seconds to go in the second quarter, and a quarterback sneak. Let's see, no call yet.
And it looks like they're going to mark him down. Wasn't able to get into the end zone there.
Looked like the quarterback just fell down.
Oh,
basically.
and they say touchdown.
Now they've changed it, so that's a delayed call, but for Crescent Valley, they don't mind a little delay there. So the first points of the ball game go to the Crescent Valley Raiders on that sneak.
And so they'll line up for the kick.
And kicking will be Mark Geneza.
Yeah, Geneza, number 12.
No, why is he coming out?
And some confusion on the kick here.
We were right next door to the Crescent Valley coaches, and we could hear them yelling, why is he coming out of there? Because they were one short. So now Crescent Valley's got the right number of players on the field, and Geneza will try the kick. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So Crescent Valley with a nice drive. 7 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Our score, Crescent Valley 7 and Dallas nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. So Crescent Valley putting together an impressive drive, Zach, and the big play we talked about several times, that long pass from Holland to the tight end, Sam Kane, and that was a huge play as Crescent Valley having trouble moving the ball, but they picked up lots of yards on that one and then got it into the end zone.
Yeah, two big third down conversions on that drive that led to the Crescent Valley score. And like you said, that long pass coming on a 3rd and 12. So nice job by the Raiders there on that drive, and which led them to the lead here that we see thus far in the second quarter with 7 minutes, 28 seconds to go.
Geneza will kick off for Crescent Valley. And Dallas will have pretty good field position again. Picked up there by number 38. Cody Schiedler. And now for the Dallas Dragons, they had been putting together a nice drive as well, but on that 4th down play, fumble the ball away. And that's really been the story for Dallas all season, the costly mistakes, and then Crescent Valley taking advantage.
Yeah, 2 plays to pick up 1 yard there. Went with the pass on 3rd down, ended up being incomplete, and then on 4th down, like you said, fumbled the ball.
Around the right side, picking up a few yards.
Number 42 with the carry there for the Dragons.
Matt Goodlett.
Goodlett doing a nice job of stopping there in traffic, cutting it upfield and picking up a few positive yards.
And it looked like he was not going to make much from that, but good hard running. And for Dallas now, the key here is how do they respond here?
Yeah, absolutely. Goodlett picking up 6 yards on that carry. Yeah, thus far this season, the offense really has not helped their case much for the Dragons. So, like you said, interesting to see how they respond here.
Steele back to pass, got a man out there.
And a nice job by the DB out there, number 12, the kicker for Corvallis, Mark Geneza.
And how about Mark Geneza? He's been doing it all for the Crescent Valley Raiders, and he is not a very big guy, only listed at 5'8", 165.
Yeah, it looked like the Dragons receiver had a step on Geneza there. Just able to jump up there and get his hand in there to break up the pass, and so it'll bring up another third down, third and what they say is 5 yards.
Steele got a man out there complete, and I think it's going to be a first down for number 84, Landon Hatton.
It looked like where he caught the ball, it would be, but
let's see where they marked the ball.
Yeah. Here. Didn't look like a favorable spot, and so it will bring up fourth down.
And so Dallas is going to have to punt it, but it looked like Hatton had the first down, and he just went backwards.
Fourth down and 2 yards to go for the Dragons.
So Dallas is going to punt it away.
Justin Osborne deep for the Raiders.
And it looks like he touched the ball there. And there's a scrum for it.
Not a good decision by the Crescent Valley
Yeah, we'll see who comes up with the ball at the bottom of the pile. And it looks like Crescent Valley was able to come back up with the ball.
I think that was Justin Osborne who was deep to receive that punt and made a bad decision there. Should have just gotten away from the ball.
Yeah, so Dragons almost catch a break there, but the Crescent Valley player was able to fall back onto the football.
And for the Dallas Dragons, that would have been huge to get the ball down deep in Crescent Valley territory. Now they're going to have to see if they can slow down this Crescent Valley offense, which had a nice drive on their last possession to lead 7-0 with 6 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half.
So Tanner Holland comes back into the game at quarterback for the Raiders.
Quick pass, and it's dropped.
That was that same play where they picked up the first down. They're on that third down and short on the last drive they had. This time, number 10, the receiver out there for the Raiders, was not able to come down with the football.
Chase Cochran unable to complete the catch. It looked like Dallas had a defensive back out there. Might not have been a long gain anyway, but he should have caught that ball. Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line for the Crescent Valley Raiders.
Yeah, and the Raiders have been airing it out the last few drives, but they will go back to Grigsby on this one.
Not much there for Grigsby. Going to make it 3rd down and 9 here if Dallas can hold them on this 3rd down, get the ball back. Still plenty of time left in the first half to try to get some points on the board.
And so, yeah, like you said, 3rd down and 9 for the Raiders. Clock continues to move here in the second quarter. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
And a whistle. Let's see if there's too much time.
And it looks like it was. Took a little bit too much time, and so that will push them back. It was already a 3rd and long.
That should be about 3rd down and 14 now.
So a costly penalty there for the Raiders. Let's see what they decide to do here. They already have ran the ball once on a long 3rd down, hoping kind of to fool the Dragons defense. So Grigsby lines up in the backfield, Holland in shotgun.
Holland plenty of time. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Holland tripped up short of the first down.
Yeah, number 5 on the outside for the Dragons, doing a nice job of an open field tackle.
Tim Smothers with the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Smothers.
So Crescent Valley will have to punt it away now on a 4th down and 7, and should be good field position for Dallas. They just need to make sure they field this punt.
Number 21, Brad Taylor, back to punt for Crescent Valley.
Picked up by Chapman. And not sure if there's a penalty flag back there.
Oh yeah, something on the field. So the Dragons will take over with nice starting field position. Ball on their own 46-yard line. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter, so plenty of time to work with here for the Dragons.
No penalty.
And there you get a shot of the lights in the field here in Gillespie Stadium. A beautiful night for football. Had a little bit of rain before the game started, but it's really drying up.
1st and 10, ball on the 47. And one of the Crescent Valley Raiders came across the line there, got an early start there. Cole Reynolds.
Not quite sure what he was doing because it didn't look like even after he crossed the line, he was blitzing. So maybe just trying to get up close and play some man-to-man coverage on the receiver in motion, but it cost the Crescent Valley Raiders there.
I think he was confused by the man in motion.
Yeah.
They wait a minute, the play started. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it may have been the case, and so it'll be 1st down and 5.
Ball on the 40-yard line now. Inside 4.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Number 4 with the carry for the Dragons.
And a tough tackle there by Chase Cochran.
Jalen Smothers to the outside for the run for the Dragons. Picked up a couple yards. Actually, may have lost a yard. They had that penalty on 1st down.
Second down and 5 now for Dallas. Inside 4 minutes. Steele back to pass. And knocked away with a nice play, and there is Mark Geneza. And Geneza just missed catching that ball, and there was nobody out there. That's a tough throw for Steele, and he kind of hung it up there.
Yeah, nice job getting in there, breaking up the pass.
Now for Dallas, they had that offside penalty, got them 5 yards, but they haven't gone anywhere since.
Yeah, so now it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Steele rolling to his right. Got a man out there, but it's well overthrown, and it's intercepted by number 2, Cole Reynolds.
Yeah, his receiver just stopped running the route. Number 88, Harmon Singh out there for the Dragons.
So Crescent Valley will get the ball back, and they'll have plenty of time here to try to add to their 7-0 advantage. 3 minutes, 42 seconds to go. Our score, Crescent Valley 7, Dallas nothing. Dallas again with the mistakes, really costly mistakes.
Yeah, and they will turn the ball over again. So Crescent Valley takes over.
And in that Silverton game, Silverton scoring a field goal with seconds to go at the end of the first half, and then coming out in the second half and running the opening kickoff back 95 yards, and those were the only points of that whole ball game. So for Dallas, again, the turnovers really hurt. The defense has been called on time after time. They've held Crescent Valley to only 7 points, but how much more often can you ask them to do that? Pass is complete to Cochran.
And a nice tackle out there by number 2 for the Dragons, Josh Spencer. Number 10 with the reception, Chase Cochran.
Second down, 5 to go. As we approach the 3-minute mark, still 7-0 in favor of Crescent Valley. And Grigsby, but again, those orange shirts are right there.
Yeah.
And the offensive line just not really giving Grigsby any chance to run the ball.
Yeah, 10 defensive players. Oh, excuse me, 9. I saw 2 Dragons that weren't in on that pile there. 9 defensive players there in the swarm. And like you said, bring up third down here. And still plenty of time in the clock. Crescent Valley pinned deep in their own territory, so the Dragons would have good field position here if they can force Crescent Valley to punt.
If you're Dallas, would you use some timeouts right now?
Yeah, they have a couple here. You can't keep them after halftime, so.
They let a lot of time run off the clock, and they might have had a chance to stop that clock and then get the ball back. Holland got a man out there, but a defender right in front of him.
Nice job by the defense. Number 43, Brett Moskell, trailing the receiver the whole way. It was 42, excuse me. Matt Goodlett. And so it'll be fourth down, just under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And the Dragons will take over with great starting field position, or what we think will be great starting field position, and still plenty of time left on the clock.
Chapman back to receive the punt, and there's where that timeout could have saved a lot of time for the Dragons. And the ball takes a Crescent Valley roll as the receiver, or punt returner rather, for Dallas just let the ball go by.
Yeah, got a good 10 yards after the roll.
So with 1 minute 48 seconds to go in the first half, now Dallas will get an opportunity here, and they would really like to get some points on the board here at halftime. They have not scored in a couple of weeks, and that starts to eat at you after a while.
Yeah, a little bit demoralizing. So it'd be great for the momentum for the Dragons to score here before halftime. Not much time to do it, though, so they are going to have to air the ball out a little bit.
Steele back to pass. The pass is too high. Intended for number 16, but overthrown.
Connor Locke out there, a big tight end target. Cody Steele, but just wasn't able to connect with him.
And for the Dragons, they also have to be careful not to turn the ball over here. They would like to get it down the field, but Cody Steele, if there is not a receiver there, he's going to have to throw it away. And no fumbles.
Yeah, 2 turnovers thus far for the Dragons. 1 fumble, 1 interception. So definitely need to keep possession of the football here.
Steele under center. They'll keep it on the ground, and that is going nowhere.
Chapman with the carry. Not quite sure. Oh, and a timeout by Crescent Valley, so looks like they're trying to conserve some time on the clock here. Already third down for the Dragons.
1 minute 33 seconds to go, 7-0. We'll be back right after these messages. Third down and 9 to go for Dallas now. Steele rolling back again. He's got a man out there wide open, and the pass is complete for a first down to number 86, Sam Garber.
Now they gotta be clock sensitive here. Minute 26 seconds to go. Nice throw and catch. Picked up the first down.
Second catch of the night for Sam Garber. Had one in that first quarter.
And so that clock starts to move. A minute 21 seconds. Dragons on the 42-yard line.
Straight up the middle, big hole this time, and tripped up.
Kelton Chapman, excuse me, was trying to get to the outside.
And Blake Parra got a hand on him. Otherwise, it might have been a big gain.
Yeah, we've seen 2 close calls there. Great shoestring tackles by Crescent Valley, stopping big gains from the Dragons.
2nd down and 5 to go. And we'll go ahead and keep it right here with 1 minute 5 seconds to go. And for the Dallas Dragons again, the defense has held up today. Only that one drive by Crescent Valley resulting in the 7 points. But the offense, when they've been able to move the ball, they've really hurt themselves with turnovers.
Yeah, and even on that scoring drive, they had Crescent Valley on a 3rd down and long 2 different times. But the Raiders were able to pick it up, and it led to the only score of the game thus far. Make sure to join us at halftime, where we're going to be replaying the Great Willamette River Raft Race. And the 2nd or 3rd time we've actually covered the raft race thus far, and had a great turnout this year. Check out some of the pictures online, and we will bring that to you here at halftime.
Steele back to pass. Intercepted by Chase Cochran. And Cochran brought down by number 23, David Rabishke. But again, a turnover, and now still 55 seconds to go for Crescent Valley.
And he had Steele had Matt Goodlett streaking down the middle of the field, wide open. Unfortunately, just didn't see him. Went to another receiver who was a little bit more covered, and you saw the result there. Interception for Crescent Valley. And so they will take over with 55 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 47-yard line of Crescent Valley.
And the turnover is the 3rd turnover tonight. A couple of interceptions, a fumble recovery.
And Crescent Valley with only 1 remaining timeout.
Tanner Holland, the quarterback, back to pass. Got a man out there. Complete.
Nice hit by number 5. Tim Smothers on the outside.
Drummond Fudge with the catch at tight end, but what a tackle.
Taken out immediately. And Crescent Valley will use their remaining timeout.
43 seconds to go. Our score is 7-0 in favor of Crescent Valley. We'll be back right after these messages. .4 seconds to go in the first half, and Crescent Valley trying to add to that 7-0 advantage over the Dallas Dragons in Mid-Willamette Conference football on KWVT. Now they've increased the time up to 46 seconds. 2nd and 2. Three receivers out left. Holland tries to step up, and he is going nowhere, and Crescent Valley out of timeouts.
Number 74, Caden Montag, and number 70, Jacob Roram with the tackle for the Dragons. And so that clock continues to move. Crescent Valley going into the hurry up.
Holland with plenty of time. Throws this one away.
48 with the pressure for the Dragons. And we mentioned before the Great Willamette River Raft Race coming up on halftime. Make sure to tune in and also join us next year yourself, August 13th, and be part of the fun and excitement. You too can be on television going down the river. And also check out the website to get some more information. It will be playing during the halftime. The website will show, so go there and get the information. Go check it out yourself, August 13th next year.
4th down and 5 with 15.3 seconds to go for Crescent Valley. Do you take a shot here at the end zone?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They've definitely been trying to conserve the time for it, so.
And the pass is complete. And it looks like 6.8 seconds, but I think they may give them another second or two there. And a nice throw and catch.
Spike it, get on the ball and spike it.
Yeah, thus far the Dragons haven't shown even. Defense has done a great job, but no real defensive pressure for any type of scoring or anything like that. I don't see why not airing it out, but they will spike the ball here to stop the clock.
And it looks like they need a little work on their spiking.
So it'll be 2nd down, but more importantly for Crescent Valley, the clock will stop. It'll give them 5 seconds. One more play to reach the end zone.
And I'm not sure, why would you stop? You had a clock stop for a first down.
Yeah.
Why would you spike the ball?
Yeah, just come up and run the play, but maybe wanted to get just a second, get a little bit of last-second input from the coach there.
So 5 seconds to go, and the ball on the 33-yard line. Time for probably just one play. And if you're Dallas, do not let anybody get behind you. Rolling right is Holland. Holland fires it downfield. And the pass incomplete.
Smothers out there as the DB did a nice job just knocking down the football.
So Crescent Valley unable to capitalize there as they had the ball with enough time maybe to drive it down the field. Our score at the end of the first half, Crescent Valley 7 and Dallas nothing. Good defensive first half for Dallas, only giving up one score, but again, the turnovers really hurting the Dallas Dragons. We will be back right after these messages. Up here for the start of the second half as Crescent Valley will receive. They lead 7-0. And a nice return all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, number 20, Justin Osborne for Crescent Valley with the return.
And the students, they are fired up. It's only a 7-point ball game. Dallas has had some opportunities, but just could not put the ball in the end zone. Crescent Valley with that one really good drive and the big pass play, and then the quarterback able to scramble and get them in the end zone for a 7-0 advantage as we start the second half.
Yeah, and once again, the Dallas is calling on their defense to make a stand here.
Quarterback keeper.
Nice job by the Dragons reading that play all the way.
And Tanner Holland has done a nice job at quarterback tonight, but not much opportunity there to pick up any yardage as the Dallas defense not fooled at all.
Yeah, number 9, Josh Christensen, then number 48, John Ritchie, both with the tackle for the Dragons. Bring up second down and 8. And thus far, both these defenses playing a great game.
And Dallas has really kept Danny Grigsby, one of the leading rushers in the state, under control. Holland back to pass again, plenty of time. And the pass a little bit overthrown, looking for Chase Cochran, but no pressure whatsoever, Zach, from the Dallas defense.
Yeah, nice job by Matt Goodlett again, playing out there at defensive back. Doing a nice job of trailing the receiver the whole way, tracking the ball, and no chance for the receiver to bring in the catch there. But you're right, no real pass rush there by the defense on that one. But it will be third down.
And Matt Goodlett played his first game of the season last week. He had appendicitis, and he had to cover Torrey Rockness from Silverton last week. That's a tough challenge. He only gave up 4 catches, so good. Let really doing a nice job here tonight as well. And the pass overthrown, trying to get it out to number 88, Sam Kane.
Number 74 for the Dragons, Caden Montag, doing a nice job of getting to the quarterback, making him throw a little bit before he wanted to. And so it'll bring up fourth down and 8, and the Crescent Valley Raiders will punt.
And for Crescent Valley, I think I would look to go more down the middle and try those long routes to the outside, because quarterback Holland, not that strong of an arm.
Yeah, the Dragons defense doing a nice job of putting Crescent Valley in uncomfortable situations thus far tonight.
And the punt is fumbled, and I think Crescent Valley has it. And special teams has been a major problem, and Crescent Valley has the football as a punt returner, number 7. Cade Fast let it bounce off his chest, did not bring it in. And very alert play there by Crescent Valley.
Yeah, costly turnover there. Dragons defense did a nice job coming out after halftime, forcing a 3-and-out for the Raiders. But Unfortunately, the punt returner just couldn't bring in the ball, and they will turn the ball over to Crescent Valley. And they will take over with great field position.
And now the Dallas defense is going to have to do it again all over, and it has to be extremely frustrating. You make a good stand, as you said, Zach, and you find out that you're back on defense. Grigsby tries to go around the left side. He is going nowhere.
And that has got to be a bright spot for the Dragons. Number 45 with the tackle, Caleb Naughton. But yeah, all night, Grigsby has just not been able to get anything going.
And there was no blocking again out there, and I don't know if it's the tight ends or who's supposed to be taking care of some of those Dallas defenders, but the running back, you can't blame that one on him.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, Grigsby coming into tonight's matchup with over 1,000 yards rushing thus far to this season, but tonight just not able to get anything going.
Second down, 15 to go, ball in the 32. Quick pass, and it's intercepted.
And Smothers there wishing we were in the NFL. He was able to get up off the ground, but in high school football, as soon as you hit the ground, you're down. But a great pick out to the outside. It looked like a number 10 receiver for Crescent Valley kind of just gave up on the play. Ball was out of reach, and unfortunately a Dragons defender back there and was able to reach down low and get the pick.
So Tim Smothers comes up with the interception for the Dallas Dragons, and they get the ball right back. Now they really have to do something with it. First and 10, ball on the 24, 9 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Dallas trailing Crescent Valley by 7.
Yeah, big play on defense, and now the offense has to capitalize on that momentum.
And a nice first down run.
Number 4, that's the other Smothers there.
Jalen Smothers with the coverage, or with the carry, rather.
Tim Smothers with the pick, and then come right back to the other Smothers, Jalen Smothers.
And this time that Dallas offensive line did a nice job opening up that outside lane. And a first down and 10, and this really is the best opportunity for Dallas so far to get some points on the board if they can put together a drive here.
And again, number 4, Smothers.
Jalen Smothers, 5'9", 150 pounds.
This time picked up maybe 3 yards. Looked like number 51 on the tackle, Jacob Booker.
Second down, 7 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line for the Dallas Dragons, looking for that first conference win. Pitched out again, this time around the left side, some room for Smothers. And Smothers very close to that first down.
Number 51 and number 10 on the tackle for Crescent Valley.
And it is a first down for Dallas, so 2 first downs here on this drive after the interception by Tim Smothers. And that happens a lot in football or any sport. You get that kind of play on the defensive side, and now your offense gets a little bit more pumped up and raring to go.
Yeah, we talked about Dallas playing running back by committee, a lot of different backs, but so far we've just seen Jalen Smothers, and again, Jalen Smothers.
The tackle by Blake Parra.
Another carry. Yeah, we've noticed thus far, they did it earlier this evening on a drive with Chapman. Chapman doing a nice job on the ground, and they stayed with him until the defense proved they could stop him, and they've done that thus far on this drive with Jalen Smothers.
Second down, 6 to go. Ball on the 47-yard line. A nice drive by the Dallas Dragons. Straight up the middle this time. Smothers again. And he is not what you'd call a power back.
Yeah, interesting to see him run right up the middle, but did pick up a few positive yards. He will be short, though, so it's going to be 3rd and about 1. They have it as 3rd and 3 on the scoreboard.
Looks like maybe 2 yards at the most, but
big 3rd down.
And the first down again, it's Jalen Smothers.
It looks like they keep running that same play over to the outside. Crescent Valley just not able to stop it thus far.
And if I'm Jalen Smothers, if I keep my head up and maybe jump there, I can go right over the top of the tackler who's been trying to go low. Blake Parra a couple of times has put his head down and gone low, and if Smothers would keep his head up, he could probably go right over the top there.
Yeah, and the scary thing for the Crescent Valley Raiders, it looks like Parra is the only one on the outside there.
This time a loss as they try to run Smothers to the other side. And this would be a good time maybe for Dallas to put the ball in the air, maybe fake to Smothers and look for Sam Garber.
Yeah, we haven't seen a pass thus far in this drive, so second down and long, ball on the 39-yard line for the Dragons. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Still trailing 7-0 to Crescent Valley.
And here's the pass. Knocked away, incomplete, and Chase Cochran broke that one up.
Looking for Matt Goodlet.
Good job by Cochran there. Not enough separation as quarterback tried to force it in there. Now we've got a 3rd down and 12 for Dallas.
This is a big 3rd down. Dragons have put together a nice drive thus far, coming off that turnover. Interception coming off of Tanner Holland's pass, excuse me.
And Steele up under center here. Drops back to pass. Got a man out there.
Nice job by Goodlet coming down with the pass, and actually had to slow up just a little bit, make sure he got under it, but by far the biggest play of the game thus far for the Dragons. And on a long 3rd down, great connection.
And Goodlet again just started his season last week after appendicitis, so what a big boost he's given the Dallas Dragons here, both on the defensive side and on the offensive side. Smothers.
Nice pickup there. Taking it inside the 5-yard line is Smothers. Oh, excuse me, inside the 10.
And a tough angle for us up here, but he is inside the 10-yard line, right about the 9-yard line, so 2nd and 5, and Dallas again, that huge play to Goodlet, keeping this drive alive, and the best chance so far for Dallas to score. They haven't scored in the last 2 weeks. Pitched out to Smothers. Smothers cuts back in, stumbles, breaks a tackle, and looked like he slipped a little bit there.
Yeah, it looked like he had some room to the outside. Unfortunately, just slipped up a little bit and may have picked up a yard. Oh.
3rd down and 4, so a big play here for both teams as Dallas trying to get to the into the end zone. They have not scored any points in their last 2 ball games.
Yeah, and by far the best field position. This may be 2-down territory for the Dragons. And he is marked down short. It's going to bring up about a 4th and 1, maybe a yard and a half.
As Robisky carried the ball, and it looks like they might be going for a field goal, as the field goal kicker was practicing at the start, or right before the start of the 2nd half.
And always do want to, get the points on the board, but a little bit surprising. By far the best field position for the Dragons, deep in Crescent Valley territory.
Kyle Coos, the field goal kicker for the Dallas Dragons, hasn't had a lot to do here. And it's blocked. Crescent Valley heading downfield.
Nice job by the Dragons, not giving up on the play. Number 7 tracking him all the way down the field, and Cade Fast finally able to bring him down. But Crescent Valley with a great block on the field goal attempt.
And so Dallas turned away. There is a flag, though.
And it looks like there was a hold call called during maybe the return on Crescent Valley. So they may give back some of the yards on the return there.
But for the Dallas Dragons, how frustrating. And looking at that, there's the call.
And so it still will be Crescent Valley's ball, but they will give back some of those return yards. Nice job by the defense getting in there, blocking the attempted field goal. But yeah, heartbreaker for the Dragons, driving it all the way down inside the 10-yard line, trying to put some points on the board, but unfortunately it's blocked. And so Crescent Valley will again take over with the ball. It's 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and still clinging on to that 7-point lead. So again, the Dallas Dragons defense is called upon.
Grigsby breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. And that's the Grigsby that everyone expected to see, as that's really his first big run, and that was only about 11 yards.
Yeah, and looks like we may have a timeout.
And I think they're putting more time back on the clock, perhaps. Again, we don't have a referee, Mike, tonight, so we're just going to have to guess at what's going on here. About 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and for the Dallas Dragons, the frustration continues.
Yeah, the defense has been relied on a lot tonight, and maybe why we see those holes getting a little bit bigger. Defense can only maintain that intensity for so long before they start to give up a little bit of holes. And again, Grigsby with a big hole.
Grigsby with about 9 yards, and the defense, as you say, has been on the field for so much of this ball game that they're starting to wear down, and obviously Crescent Valley can see that. The coach is up to our left here on the press box, and they recognize that the Dallas defense now is ripe for a running play, and Grigsby with a couple of runs in a row there.
Yeah, it'll bring up 2nd and 2. Grigsby with 8 yards on that first down carry.
Pitched out to Grigsby, slips and goes down.
And so he'll probably lose a yard or two there. And so it'll bring up another big third down.
And the middle of that field is getting really torn up. So Grigsby tried to make that cut, slow down, and unfortunately both feet went right out from under him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Grigsby lost 2 on the carry. Big play for both these teams. Again, only a 7-point game.
Grigsby around the left side. He's got the first down.
Matt Goodlet with the tackle to the outside, but not before Grigsby picks up about 6 yards. Only needed 4, and so it'll be a first down for Crescent Valley.
And for the Crescent Valley Raiders too, Zach, of course, taking time off of the scoreboard. And Dallas now having some trouble stopping Grigsby.
And there's a different back in the backfield this time, and he'll get the carry. Looks like number 28. Yeah, 28 for Crescent Valley.
Gary Gomez, and looks like we've got an injured Crescent Valley Raider.
And there was a flag there, so holding called on Crescent Valley. Negate the run there by Gomez.
And some of those jerseys getting a little bit muddy there, so not quite sure who was helped off the field.
I believe that's 88, Sam Kane.
That penalty will back up Crescent Valley. But for the Dallas Dragons, again, that clock is ticking in. This is an offense that hasn't been able to move the ball effectively.
Yeah, except for that one drive. Yeah, only 7 points on the board. Both these defenses doing their job thus far tonight.
Holland is going to keep it. Now he fires. and just throws it out of bounds. Good decision by Tanner Holland.
So that'll be 2nd down and 15 now. Clock stops, 1:58 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see Grigsby come back into the game now.
Ball on the 46-yard line. 2nd down, 15 to go for the Crescent Valley Raiders. Grigsby right up the middle, breaks a tackle. Grigsby heading for the end zone. Grigsby with a touchdown from 46 yards away and breaking a couple of tackles, and then nobody catches him, and the Raiders with 6 points here with 1:48 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that 6 points seems like a lot more than it really is thus far tonight. The Dragons not being able to put much up on the offensive side of the ball. So only 2-score game and still in the 3rd quarter. But got to be a little bit demoralizing for the Dragons. Had a great drive and kind of stifled, gave the ball back, and Crescent Valley capitalized.
Mark Janiza with the extra point attempt, got the kick up, and it is good. So the Crescent Valley Raiders add on to their lead. Our score with 1:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Crescent Valley 14, Dallas nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. And a beautiful night out here, Zach. We had some rain earlier in the day, but very nice tonight. But for the Dallas Dragons, as you mentioned, the frustration. They had an excellent drive, got the ball inside the 10-yard line, decided to go for the 3 points, and the kick blocked, and then Crescent Valley comes right back, and Danny Grigsby, one of the leading rushers in the state in the 5A classification, comes up with that 46-yard touchdown run, just busted some tackles, and then he was off to the races.
Yeah, and I kind of expected to see that at some point in the game. Grigsby bottled up all night, and unfortunately for the Dragons defense, finally able to break one, and it ended up costing them 7 points, and so that leads us to our score, 14 for Crescent Valley, 0 for the Dragons here in the 3rd quarter.
And Janiza will kick it away.
And it was Tim Smothers on the return for the Dragons.
And now for the Dragons again, it's all about how do you respond. Very, very disappointing to not come away with any points after your best drive of the night and not being able to score it, and now this is into their 3rd week.
Yeah, and that drive coming after a big play on defense kind of felt a little bit of the momentum turning for the Dragons. Great defensive play, and then a great drive put together, but just fizzled.
Pitched out.
Looked like Chapman with the carry. And a nice job this time by the Crescent Valley defense, swarming to the ball carrier. Lost 2 there, so it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
And for the Dallas Dragons, they don't move the ball up and down the field quickly, so that 14 points that becomes even bigger, as it took them a long time to on their best drive of the night, and then coming away empty, that really hurt.
Yeah, and that drive started with some nice carries, loosened up that defense.
Steele back to pass, rolls to his right. He's going to keep it.
A lot of room out there, but some nice speed by number 12. Mark Janiza.
And we've called his number a lot tonight, and a lot of times the kicker just kicks the ball, but you look at his jersey, you know he plays defense as well.
Great pursuit there, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Dragons, deep in their own territory.
Inside 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And for Dallas, long third downs have been a problem all night.
Yeah, that last drive, they were able to pick up that big pass play on a long third down. Let's see if they go for the same thing here.
And a penalty. Looks like delay of game.
And not what the Dragons needed there on a third down and long. So it turns from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 13. Not helping their case.
The Dragons again looking for that first conference win. Really have struggled here after Crescent Valley took advantage to get that long play by Grigsby. Dallas at 0-4 in conference, 1-5 on the year. Crescent Valley 1-3 in conference, so this would be a big win for them if they can hold on here. Steele back to pass. Being chased, gets away from does not get away.
Number 51, Jacob Booker.
And nice pursuit there, and Dallas is going to have to punt it away from deep in their own territory.
4th down and 19 for the Dragons.
On a 4th and 19 play now.
Yeah, and they're going to be kicking out of their own end zone. So Crescent Valley should have great starting field position.
Justin Osborne deep for Crescent Valley. And he's going to get away very wisely from that punt, but look at the field position. It's right about at the 41-yard line.
And so that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter.
Our score after 3 quarters, Crescent Valley 14, Dallas nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. John Piper, Zach Louis-Tag, and the rest of our KWVT sports crew at Dallas High School tonight as Crescent Valley leading the Dallas Dragons 14-0 as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. And for Crescent Valley, an opportunity here, Zach, to really put this game away.
Yeah, a really great opportunity for Crescent Valley, starting deep in the Dragons territory. And Grigsby just keeps his feet moving.
And my, oh my, the Dragons really kept him under control for most of this ball game, but in that last drive of the 3rd quarter and now on that run, obviously Mr. Grigsby saying, hey, wait a minute, I've still got lots of life in those legs, and I'm going to get us another score, and we're going to put this ball game away right now.
Yeah, Grigsby hit probably 3 yards. He picked up 3 yards on the first initial hit and ended up picking up a first down, so nice job of keeping those legs moving. But
Grigsby.
This time...
And a penalty flag thrown in there.
Now, I may have missed it. I didn't see face mask or anything, so it may have been a hold. See if we can get the call here.
And it will be holding against Crescent Valley, so that will back them up. But the Dragon defenders, again, were right there.
Yeah, all night we've seen a great job by the defense swarm tackling. And as we've seen thus far in this late 3rd quarter, early 4th quarter, you need to keep Grigsby contained. And the Dragons did a nice job the first 2 quarters, 2.5 quarters of doing that. And so Crescent Valley will now have a first down.
1st and 24.
1st and 24.
1st down, 24 for Crescent Valley.
Crescent Valley again keeping the ball on the ground.
Number 13 with the carry.
Let's see, don't have a 13.
43.
43, and again, these uniforms getting a little bit dirty. Tanner Fees with the carry, as this is a natural grass field, and we've had quite a bit of rain, and as we saw in that one carry by Grigsby when he slipped both feet and fell right on his back, it is getting a little slick out there and a little bit muddy, and especially in that center of the field where most of the action takes place.
Yeah, so Fee's picking up 3 yards on that first down carry, brings up a 2nd and 21.
Holland gets out of trouble, fires away, but overthrows his receiver.
And had quite a bit of room on the outside. If he pulled it down and ran, probably could have picked up a good 10, 15 yards, but thought he had a man and just overshot him. And so now it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. A big stand if the Dragons can shut him down on this play. Get the ball back. Still plenty of time left, 10 minutes, 35 seconds. But like you said earlier, John, Dragons taking a long time to drive down the field.
And Crescent Valley certainly in no hurry to get the play underway here, so they're going to utilize as much time as they can.
So Crescent Valley will come out with 2 receivers. And they took too much time.
And for a high school stadium, normally you don't have a play clock, so that can happen, but it seems it's happened several times here tonight.
Yeah, so it'll now be 3rd down and 26. If Crescent Valley's interested in picking up this first down, expect to see a throw here. Tanner Holland in there at quarterback for Crescent Valley. Comes out with 2 receivers wide, 2 men lined up in the backfield.
Holland rolling out, gets it away. And Fee is still on his feet, but he'll be short of the first down. But a nice play and a good play by Tanner Holland as 2 Dallas defenders converging on him, and he got that out. And oftentimes quarterbacks throw those too hard, but he made a nice soft pass.
Picked up 17 yards, and I do not see the punt team coming on the field. So they may be going for this. 4th down and 9 yards to go.
The ball on about the 29-yard line.
So 4th and 9. Long 4th down. This would be a heartbreaker if they pick it up. Dragons defense again needs to make a big play.
Holland with plenty of time. Fires it downfield. And it is complete.
Wow.
For the touchdown.
Nice job by Tanner Holland. Running around in the backfield, creating time, allowing his receiver to get away from some of those defensive backs.
And Chase Cochran with the catch. And Cochran, the other quarterback on this team.
Wow.
And how about that play?
On 4th down and 9.
Well, I think they made the right choice not to punt it.
Yep.
And now Geneza will have his 3rd point after attempt.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now up 3 scores and seems pretty insurmountable.
Geneza with the kick. And it's good. So Crescent Valley with a big 4th down play makes it 21-0 with 9 minutes 39 seconds to go in our ball game. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Crescent Valley coming up with a big play. The pass from Tanner Holland to Chase Cochran for the touchdown, and Mr. Reliable Mark Geneza with 3 extra points out of 3 attempts tonight, and a 21-point margin, 9 minutes 39 seconds to go in our ball game, Zach. And for the Dallas Dragons, how frustrating. They had that great drive in the 3rd quarter, came up empty with the blocked field goal attempt, and then 2 touchdowns for the Crescent Valley Raiders.
Yeah, really demoralizing. That last drive had them pinned back, 3rd and 26. They picked up 16 yards, 4th and 9, and they threw a touchdown. So these Dragons have to be hurting now. And like we've said thus far tonight, the Dragons had that one good drive, but any positive yards they have picked up, it's really chewed up some clock, and now down 3 scores with only 9 minutes 39 seconds to go in the ball game. It's starting to look a little bleak for the Dragons.
And the kick returner loses his footing, and fortunately the ball goes into the end zone, but the field conditions a little wet, a little rugged there, and as he attempted to catch that ball, just lost his balance, and fortunate for the Dragons, he didn't touch it.
Yeah, they've had some struggles on special teams tonight. And that, maybe because of that wet field down there.
So Dallas will start at its own 20-yard line. 9 minutes, 39 seconds to go, trailing by 3 scores to the Crescent Valley Raiders.
And you definitely don't want to get away from your game plan, give the ball back, but Dragons need to air it out here.
And the pass was incomplete. It looked like number 86 had a chance to catch that Sam Garber, but unable to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think he may have seen that, heard footsteps, seen that defensive back coming up on him.
And the ball pretty well thrown by the quarterback, Cody Steele.
Yeah, he got what we used to call raptor arms. Those arms aren't stretched out there too far.
Hand off around the outside, but not much yardage there. Penalty
Smothers.
flag. Smothers carried the ball, but we got a penalty, and I think this is probably going to be a personal foul, would be my guess.
Yeah, it looks like the Crescent Valley, of course, number 12 over there calming down his teammate, Mark Janiza.
It goes the other way. It's against Dallas.
Yeah, so maybe he was calming him down because his player got hit.
So Dallas, which can ill afford any penalties, is hit with a personal foul.
Yeah, not the direction they want to be moving.
So Dallas backed up now.
And some confusion down on the field. They have it. So it's going to be 3rd down and 20.
Pass comes up short. And I'm not sure that should have been 3rd down.
Yeah. And so because the penalty flag came in at the end of the play, the down still counted and the penalty yards are added on at the end. So we'll bring up 4th down, and the Dragons probably will be punting from their own end zone if not really close. Yeah.
Justin Osborne at the Dallas 40-yard line to receive this punt.
Josh Spencer lined up 3 yards deep in his own end zone.
Nice punt.
Yeah, it's going to take a nice Dallas Dragons bounce.
Excellent job by the Dallas punter.
60-yard punt.
But Crescent Valley gets the ball back. 9 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Our score, Crescent Valley 21 and Dallas nothing, as Dallas unable to get anything going. And then to make things even worse, a personal foul penalty. But the punter for Dallas kicking the ball out of there, doing a nice job.
Yeah, I'd expect to see some carries from Grigsby here. 4th quarter, a big lead for Crescent Valley, and usually just want to chew up the clock, but unfortunately for Dallas, Grigsby's been really tearing it up here in the second half, so not only will they be able to chew up clock, but if he keeps running the way he is, they may get in the end zone again.
1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line for the Crescent Valley Raiders. Grigsby
keeps those feet moving, picks up about 3 yards.
And just as importantly, that clock continues to run. If they can rely on Grigsby to pick up 3-4 yards per carry, use up quite a bit of clock to move the ball downfield. Second down, 7 to go, ball on the 43-yard line.
And there you see some of the linemen for the Dragons getting a little bit tired, calling for some replacements.
And a new running back in the ball game with that clean jersey.
Yeah, you can tell which players haven't got much touches tonight. Looks like number 28, that's Gary Gomez.
Gary Gomez got in there briefly.
Yeah, I think it's the second time we've seen him thus far tonight.
They have those nice white jerseys when we started this game. But, you know, if you're a football player, by the end of the day there, you want to have some mud on your jersey. Otherwise, you just stood on the sidelines for the whole game.
And so it'll be 3rd down and 7. Again, the Dragons doing a nice job on defense. And looks like we have a timeout.
Timeout, 7 minutes, 39 seconds to go in our ball game. Our score, Crescent Valley 21 and Dallas nothing. We'll be back right after these messages. Third down and 7 now with 7 minutes, 39 seconds to go, and Crescent Valley with the football and leading 21-0 over the Dallas Dragons. And Holland cannot get away.
Nice job by the Dragons defense holding on to the quarterback, not letting him escape. And finally, some of those other defenders were able to get in and take him down. So finally, we will see the Crescent Valley punt team.
And it looked like Holland was going to get away, but good pursuit there by Dallas.
Yeah, nice little fake out, too. That first defender got him up in the air and just kind of scooted around him. And it was 48 with the tackle there, John Ritchie. Nice kick.
Chapman picks it up.
And we'll bring it back just past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Dragons will take over. But unfortunately for them, only 6 minutes and 44 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. At this point, you kind of just want to get in the end zone just for the momentum, taking it into next week. Like you said, John, haven't scored in the last couple of weeks, and that kind of creeps into the psyche a little bit there. Next week, Dallas will travel to South Albany, and Crescent Valley will be home against Woodburn.
A nice pass complete. And good first down play.
And it seems like there's been a lot of open receivers all night for both these offenses. The quarterback's just not able to have, not enough time to get it to the receivers, or a couple inaccurate passes here or there, but the receivers have been doing a nice job of getting open, and the Dragons coming out in a 4-receiver set. First time we've seen that tonight.
Pass is dropped. Last reception, I think, was by Josh Christensen. But this time, the receiver had his hands on it but couldn't bring it in.
And so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. What makes it even more difficult for the Dragons at this point, the Crescent Valley Raiders know that they're going to be throwing the ball, so they're able to kind of key off on that. They only are rushing 3 men. Nice quick throw. Nice job of spinning out of the tackle. It looked like number 84, Landon Hatton.
And that's close to first down yardage.
Yeah, Hatton doing a nice job of spinning out of the tackle, picking up another couple yards. But it will be 3rd down. So 3rd down and less than 1.
Another nice pass, another nice catch.
And where has this been at all game? Crescent Valley knowing what the Dragons are going to do, but just can't stop it. And it makes you wonder, if the hurry up works this well for the Dragons, why didn't they go to it earlier?
Christensen with another catch. First down 10, ball on the 33-yard line.
And a snap was on the ground. But again, another reception. Chapman to the outside.
And maybe Dallas has found something, probably too late for this ball game, but still a couple of conference games left in the season. And Cody Steele and the receivers on the same page on the last few throws.
Yeah, just go to hurry up every time. And so again, they'll line up with that 4-receiver set. And the receiver just turned around in time. That was Chapman again, this time to the other side of the field and getting close to that first down marker.
Looks like he's going to be just a little bit short, but getting the ball out quickly, and that's really what Dallas needs to look at, those quick passes, get a few completions, feel a lot better about yourself, and move the ball.
Yeah, and they've only used up about a minute 45 seconds on this drive and really been doing a great job of marching down the field. They'll take a measurement here.
Just inside 5 minutes to go.
And it will be a first down.
So Dallas moving the chains, and it's been through the air, and it's been very successful, not picking up huge gains, but 2 or 3 in a row gets you first down.
Yeah, and you know, there's still 5 minutes left in this ball game. If the Dragons can score, the defense has been doing a nice job of shutting down Crescent Valley. But the key point there is the Dragons have to get into the end zone.
Another completion.
Trying to get it to the outside, make something happen. That's number 9.
Christensen with another catch.
And the Dragons doing a great job of getting up on the ball before the clock starts.
And that is a first down. They move the chains.
Nice job of getting the play calls in.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Yeah, clock just started to move.
Overthrown.
Ooh. And a little bit of contact, but it looked like it was inside that 5-yard barrier, so the DB has some room to put his hands on the receiver.
And one thing Dallas has to be careful of, they've been throwing those similar passes. If Crescent Valley steps up and takes one of those, that would just be heartbreaking for the Dragons. They've done such a nice job moving the ball here.
Yeah, you want to be careful with number 12 out there roaming, Mark Janiza.
And flag is thrown before the start of the play.
Let's see who it's on.
This one is going to go against Dallas for a false start.
And that's been the case all night. The Dragons get some momentum, get some good things going their way, and then something like that happens. A penalty, a fumble, an interception. But let's see if they can keep this drive going. It'll be second down. Scoreboard says 89 yards to go, but I don't think that's right. 18 yards to go here, so a long.
Steele back to pass. He's going to keep it, heading for the sideline, and goes out of bounds, but a nice decision there by the quarterback.
And there's a penalty flag thrown late. Dragons and Crescent Valley player getting into it. Let's see who the penalty will be on. It'll be costly if it's against the Dragons. Picked up a nice chunk of yards there on that quarterback keeper to the outside.
And it looks like it's going against Crescent Valley. So the personal foul
and
goes
that's
against Crescent Valley.
I'm not sure, but I believe that should give the Dragons a first down. I know it's first and goal, but on a personal foul.
Hey, tell Scott to put his headset on.
It is a first down.
And it looks like they're going to put the ball at about the 8-yard line, so it'll be first and goal. And the official still conferring.
And doing a nice job are the Dragons on this drive. They had that other great drive, marched it within the 10 and then went for the field goal, got blocked, but this drive rivaling that one as well, doing a nice job marching down the field. And a big part of that, I think they had Crescent Valley backpedaling, but this break here is giving them a chance to catch up, catch their breath.
And still talking with Dallas. So we're not quite sure what is going on, but it was a personal foul.
If we have to call a timeout to get a conference.
So it looks like Dallas is going to have the ball at the 8-yard line with that first down. Now they signal actually at the 4-yard line as the scoreboard is updated.
And we still have a coach on the field, so I don't think they can snap the ball yet. Crescent Valley coach is 5 yards onto the field. Obviously upset about the call.
And now the officials conferring again. So.
And
now it looks like they're actually going to play football.
But it says 3rd down and 1. So
yeah. I don't know what happened, but it's 3rd down and 1 now for Dallas. Steele back to pass.
Mark.
And the pass is complete.
Oh,
incomplete. He was out of bounds, they say.
And that was an interesting call there. The ref is on the field. I mean, he has the best view there, but from up in the booth, it looked like he caught that. I watched, and he maintained possession even as he went out of bounds. He did not drop the ball. So must have said he did not get his feet down.
Now it's 4th down.
Yeah, I think that was a touchdown, but unfortunately the ref didn't, and his call is the one that counts.
And I don't think Dallas got in.
Now let's see if he picked up. He didn't have to get in the end zone to pick up the first down.
Now looks like we'll have a measurement here, but
so a big,
very confusing. Here come the chains, and we are kind of at a disadvantage again because we can't hear what the officials are discussing. But it is a 1st down, so
lucky break for the Dragons. Close run right up the middle. It'll be a 1st down and goal from the 3-yard line. And the Dragons still have to have that sense of urgency. 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go, and the clock continues to move. The Dragons need to get up on the ball.
Steele's got a man in the end zone, knocked away.
Nice job by the defense. Looked like the Dragons receiver was gonna come down with the football, had it in his hands, was in the end zone, but unfortunately for the Dragons, the DB was able to get his hand in there and break up the pass connection. And the Dragons want to talk about it, so they do call time. Our score, 21 for Crescent Valley, 0 for the Dallas Dragons. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, and we'll be right back here on KWVT.
So the Dallas Dragons now with their best opportunity here. Touchdown, Dallas.
And it was number 8, Kelton Chapman with the run right up the middle, untouched.
And the Dallas Dragons finally break through after a drought that has lasted almost 3 weeks now as they score with just under 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They were shut out their last 2 ball games, shut out for most of this ball game, and now that touchdown and a chance for the extra point.
Yeah, that Dragon crowd yearning for that bell, and finally they hear it.
Kick is up. And it's good. So Dallas on the scoreboard now with a 3-yard run by Kelton Chapman and the extra point by Kyle Koost. Our score, Crescent Valley 21, Dallas 7, 3:56 to go. We'll be back right after these messages. John Piper, Zach Louis-Tag, and the rest of our KWVT crew at Dallas High School. And big moment for Dallas after going without scoring for 2 ball games now. They finally get on the board. We look for a maybe onside kick here, Zach?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see it yet, but they're definitely going to have to be thinking about that. Only 4 minutes left to go. Down 2 scores, and it looks like they are.
And a nice job by Crescent Valley.
And, you know, to be honest, it doesn't hurt the Dragons that much not getting the kick. Of course, time-wise is a killer, but Crescent Valley started the game with great field position several times tonight, and the Dragons defense has been able to step it up and shut them down on a lot of occasions. And again, the Dragons team really relying on their defense here. They need a big stop down 2 scores with 3 minutes 56 seconds to go. That last drive only took the Dragons about 2.5 minutes to take it a little bit over 50 yards to get the score.
Grigsby back in the ball game.
And he may pick up a half a yard there, but nice job of that swarming defense. And I saw the defensive lineman coach there down there for the Dragons on that kickoff, trying to get his team fired up, telling those linemen, it's on your shoulders right now. We need a big stop. You guys have been doing it all night. You need to do it one more time. Clock continues to move.
And we've got the movement on the line. We'll see which way this one goes. I think it will go against Crescent Valley.
And more importantly, that'll stop the clock as well. So that clock was moving. It'll stop at 3:05, and it'll push him back another 5 yards.
And Austin Powell got an early start there, and as a result, a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, time not on the Dragon side right now. Need a stop, a score, another stop, and another score to get back into this. Only 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. And make sure to tune in after the game where we'll get some interviews with the winning team. And so a run to the outside, a flag thrown in late. And the Dragons defense throws them back a good 5 yards. And so again, a running play would have kept the clock moving, but the penalty stops it. It's going to be holding on the offense. And so John Piper will head down to the field to get the players for our post-game interview. And so it was holding against Crescent Valley, so that'll push them back. It's going to now be 3rd down and looks like 16. Well, 3rd down and 14. And so a pass. He has a receiver out there wide, and he comes down with the football. So a big play for Crescent Valley's offense. A long 3rd down, and number 10 comes down. That's Chase Cochran. We've called his name and number a lot of times tonight. So a nice job by Crescent Valley picking up the big 1st down. And that'll pretty much be the nail in the coffin for the Dragons. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball on the 23-yard line. Clock continues to move. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. And those jerseys are getting hard to read on the field, covered up with that mud. So Tanner Holland will hand off right up the middle. It's Gary Gomez, number 28. Picks up a couple yards. And we will have a timeout for the Dragons. So we will be right back here to finish up the fourth quarter on KWVT. And so they go with the handoff on 2nd down and 9. Again, number 28, Gary Gomez with the carry. And he is taken down immediately. It'll be 3rd down and 9, and the Dragons call timeout to stop the clock. We'll keep it right here, though. So a nice job of the Dragons defense. Again, they gave up that big play here on this drive to pick up the first down for Crescent Valley, but since then doing a nice job of tightening up. And so it's going to be a big 3rd down here for Crescent Valley. Looks like the Dragons are trying to get the ball back. Really not much of a chance to get back into this down 2 scores with only 1:46 seconds to go, but definitely would be a big boost to their morale and confidence going into next week's matchup if they could get into the end zone again. There you get a great shot of the coach giving the quarterback last minute instructions. Tanner Holland doing a nice job for Crescent Valley this evening, marching his team up and down the field. Dragons doing a nice job on defense, not letting them dictate too much, but Crescent Valley, few big plays, and that has led to our score. So Tanner Holland drops back in shotgun, decides to pull it down and run, but a nice job of the defense swarming on him. And so that's going to bring up 4th down. And again, a timeout from the Dragons. So we will be right back here on KWVT. And so Crescent Valley will line up. It looks like they're going to attempt a long field goal here. So this would be a 44-yard attempt here. Mark Janiza lines up. And it's got the distance. And it's just short. A yard or two closer, and that probably would have made it in just a foot or two under the crossbar. So that's where the Dragons will take over. 1:33 seconds to go. 0 timeouts, though. So the Dragons are going to have to march down the field in a hurry. They did score on their last drive in just over 2.5 minutes. By far the best drive of the game so far for the Dragons. So let's see if they can put together something similar here. And again, Cody Steele will take over. And apparently there was some sort of penalty called because they moved him back 5 yards. So the Dragons will take over, ball on their own 20-yard line. Cody Steele in shotgun. Again, we see that 4-receiver set. And he goes to his receiver to the outside. Nice job, number 84. And he gets out of bounds, so the clock stops. 1:27 seconds to go. A 16-yard reception. That was number 84 to the outside, Landon Hatton. And we've called Hatton's names a couple times tonight. So 1:27 seconds to go. Ball on the 35-yard line. Make it to 36. And so he drops back, looking for a man. Finds number 9 to the outside. Josh Christensen keeps those feet moving. Dragons have to hurry here. Clock's going to continue to move. They did not pick up a first down. And the clock stops here. Not quite sure what's going on. I guess it's a referee time here. They may be wanting a measurement. So on the whistle, the clock will move. Dragons have to hurry up here. Just over a minute left. And it was a first down, so that's what the confusion was. So Steele again in shotgun. Drops back, some nice time, but an underthrown ball. His receiver could not come back. Again, looking for number 84, that's Landon Hatton. Just not able to turn around and get back to the ball, so that'll bring up second down. .46-yard line. Cody Steele again in shotgun, sticking with that 4-receiver set. And Steele with plenty of time, airs it out. Oh, and that receiver is hit hard out on the outside there. That was number 9 again, Josh Christensen. And unfortunately for the Dragons, that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. And we mentioned it last drive, makes it that much more difficult when the defense knows what you're trying to do. The defense knows that they're airing the ball out. All we've seen is passes on this drive, and we don't blame the Dragons. Not much time left. Steele escapes pressure, looking for his receiver, and he has his man, number 84. And again, that's Hatton almost spinning out of the tackle. And every time the Dragons pick up a first down, the clock stops until the chains move up. So the Dragons utilizing that little bit of time to get the play call in, get up on the ball. And so 43 seconds to go. It'd be great for their momentum to get it in the end zone before this game runs out. Facing a tough South Albany team next week, and the pass is just over the head of his receiver to the outside, number 86, Sam Garber. And I expected to see a few more catches from Garber this evening. Started the game with that first catch. And we really haven't called his name much more after that. So 34 seconds, the clock stops on that incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10, the scoreboard hasn't updated yet. And Steele drops back, plenty of time, no pressure, only a 3-man rush. And he airs it out. And just overshoots his receiver, so that's going to bring up 3rd down. Steele trying to direct traffic, sending his wide receiver to the corner, but just overshot his man. And so don't forget to stick with us after the game. We'll have some post interviews with the Crescent Valley team this evening. And so Steele lines up in shotgun, 4 receivers wide, 1 man in the backfield, 3rd down and long. And Steele's got time. Oh, and tried to get it to Christensen. Mid-air collision, knocks the ball loose, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 20.1 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. And like we mentioned earlier tonight, and also you got a chance to see at halftime, don't forget to join us next year at the Great Willamette River Raft Race, August 13th. Bring your business down, have fun, promote your business, bring your family and friends, have fun, hang out on the river. It's going to be a great time. And so Steele lines up in shotgun, 4th down. Scrambles, tries to make some time, and it's incomplete. So the Dragons will give back the ball, 14 seconds to go. And Crescent Valley will probably just come in and knee the ball, and the game will be over. So a nice job of the Dragons not giving up, fighting until the last second, trying to come back on this drive and get it in the end zone one more time. But, you know, if I'm the Dallas coach, I'm going to be encouraging my players after this game, letting them know you guys didn't give up. You got it in the end zone. Like John Piper had said earlier, been about 3 weeks before the last time they scored. And so it's got to be a momentum booster finally to get it in the end zone. Get that monkey off their back, and so Crescent Valley will just knee the ball here, and that's the ball game. So a good matchup. Both these defenses came to play, and Crescent Valley's offense just overwhelmed Dallas a little bit here. And the final score from Gillespie Field is Crescent Valley 21, the Dallas Dragons 7. And we will be right back after the brief commercial break to get some post-game interviews with John Piper and the winning Crescent Valley Raiders.
Big win for the Crescent Valley Raiders tonight. They defeat Dallas. Our final score, Crescent Valley 21, Dallas 7. We'll talk with a couple of the key players tonight, but really a team effort for Crescent Valley. First of all, the running back, Danny Grigsby. And Danny, this Dallas defense really held you in check for most of the ball game. Then you were able to get that big run. Tell us about that play.
Well, basically, we did our purple eye, so it's just out the middle. And it was just me and a safety, so I just lowered my shoulder. And then after that, it was just open space. And then I straight armed that guy at the end, and it was a touchdown.
Well, Crescent Valley, you've had some injuries, but you guys played really tough tonight.
Yeah, we did. Congrats to our defense. I mean, they really held their own out there. And our offense needs to do some work, but it was a good, hard effort overall.
Congratulations. Let's bring in Chase Cochran. And Chase, a big play for you. You played quarterback before, but playing receiver tonight. Tanner Holland, I thought, did a great job getting the ball out to the receivers.
Yeah, Tanner did a great job. I mean, props to him stepping up. I mean, that's a hard situation. You're playing receiver all year, and then you're asked to step in at quarterback. He did a great job, led his team, and I'm proud of him.
Well, the passing game very important tonight as Grigsby kind of held in check for most of the game. And again, Tanner finding you and some other receivers for some big plays.
Yeah, Tanner did a great job. Our offensive line, I mean, gave him all the time in the world. He sat back there and he made his right reads and he threw the ball like he should.
Well, this has to feel good. Disappointing loss last week, but a big win here tonight.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to get back on the win streak, and hopefully it continues.
Congratulations. Best of luck next week.
All right, let's go!
No, you're good. You're good.
Searching the Northwest to bring you the biggest variety in sports. Northwest Television Sports brings you the rejoicing of victory, the frustration of defeat, the drama of competition. This is Northwest Sports.